does Torino mean?
El Torino.
Sounds like it'd be a good menu item. Yeah.
The Clint Eastwood.
Get the get the Torino.
Get the Torino.
Yeah.
What would that be, though? What would that consist of?
It's green.
Well, it would have avocado then.
So a sliced avocado
Yeah.
on
I don't know. Hell, Texas toast.
just avocado
No,
sandwich.
I'm just saying it would like in a Mexican restaurant. If I had a Mexican, Johnny Reyes.
El Chapo.
Johnny Reyes.
Yeah.
R-E-Y.
So I've got these ideas. I think I mentioned before. So that's my Mexican idea. In 20 years, it may not be okay to say that. Who's to say? And then there's Johnny Ray Leone's is my Italian restaurant.
He's already planning the names.
Yeah.
So the other
What
day,
was the pizza one? There was a pizza one that was thrown out there. I think you said it. It was a pizza shop, and it was anyway.
Capo de Johnny Ray's?
Yeah, put your mic a little closer. You sound like you're
Capo de Johnny Ray?
hanging out in a
That's
shipping
much better.
container.
Such things have happened to
Yeah,
people.
You ended up in Malaysia
yeah,
7 days later. A little
Concrete
dehydrated.
bullshit,
Yeah.
not 7 days.
A little
There's
dehydrated.
no way.
Try
Yeah,
about
yeah,
4
yeah.
weeks later.
You missed that
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, well, of course. I
What?
haven't
No,
been
no,
here.
but you don't listen to our podcast?
Yeah.
I didn't even know there
That
was
was
a
season
podcast.
one.
Oh,
What do
man.
you mean?
That was season 1, you dick.
Yeah.
Come on, Richard.
Come on, Richard.
All right. So, long story short, young boy, one of those countries over there, was playing hide and go seek in a shipping container. Apparently,
Yeah.
fell asleep. 7 days later, he ended up 3,000 miles away in Malaysia, and he was he was hungry, dehydrated, and made full recovery. But it was not related to child trafficking and stuff like that. That
Right.
was confirmed.
How do
Obviously,
you know
they
he's
gave
in
him back.
Malaysia?
Huh?
How do you know he's in Malaysia?
Well, he didn't know. They opened the shipping container of, I don't know, diapers or
Poof,
something.
I'm here, motherfuckers.
Well, I don't. There's one. Hey, don't worry. Ben Key on the last episode, a friend of mine from racing, he probably dropped 13 F-bombs.
Whoa.
Nice.
The highest number ever.
But to be fair, it was made the story.
Nice. Well,
They were merited.
Oh man, the stories I should say.
sometimes you got to drop an
He didn't
F-bomb.
stop talking, and it was great because it was just we roll into one thing. It was funny because I had Tab Boyd, spotter in NASCAR, just won the Daytona 500
Yep.
with Steinhaus or Stenhouse, and then I had
Danica's
Ben
ex-husband.
Key, who's in the dumpster rental business,
Yeah.
and he is just a million miles an hour. And then you got Evan, who's in the landscaping business, and he's a little bit more reserved. And it was like you could see Evan like rolling his eyes and shaking his head because we all know each other really well from a decade working together.
Yeah.
And none of us have changed one bit, except we're a little bit older now. And Tab has the second highest rated kid ninja in the country right now. By the way, his kid does that ninja stuff.
Really?
Yeah, and like
He
he's
said Kid Ninja.
I thought he said
Kid
I was
kid
trying to
engine.
process that. What?
Yeah,
Kid
I thought he
Ninja,
said
yeah.
a kit engine.
sorry.
It's like
Um,
he's building
yeah.
motors now.
No. He does the ninja competitions.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like the second best in a certain division in the
Jeez.
country.
What
yeah,
does that consist of? I mean, like
What, you
Ninja
throwing
Warrior,
Death
or is
Stars,
he
basically
like actually a
nunchucks?
ninja?
it's like the no, it's the like the ninja warrior stuff.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
like,
I'm sitting here thinking this kid's
so
like
you're talking about like
I don't
running
a
think-
future
I don't
assassin
think
or
ninjas
something.
are real.
Oh, ninjas are
Oh,
real.
no. I mean,
kidding me right now?
not in America.
Yeah, they are.
Oh yes,
No,
sir.
you
Yeah, they
guys are
are.
jackasses.
No, they are.
No,
There-
we're serious.
No, there is ninjas.
Ninjas, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
please do tell.
No, there's
Bruce
Inquiring-
Lee was one.
No.
Yes,
No,
yes.
I'm not
Okay.
talking about movie people.
No, okay.
brother. Have
was
you
a real
not?
ninja.
No. I get. I'm saying Joshua in Lawndale is not a ninja. I'm just saying. Like,
Well, we do
they're-
have,
they do
the
taekwondo.
redneck
or they-
ninja.
the
Don't
ninja.
be ninja. No,
Yeah,
nobody don't need
you
ninja.
took it from me.
So-
I forgot.
But anyway,
He's
so
from Virginia.
I thought that was really cool. Second rated.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, I thought that's pretty neat. But they're all doing well, thriving. Proud of all of them.
Are we rolling?
We've been rolling for like 20 minutes
Yeah.
with all those.
Don't make J Ray ninja chop you.
Yeah, not ninja.
I mean,
Ninja. Hey, so look at this is the irony in our life. Look at the shirt I'm wearing, the stylish shirt I'm wearing, and look at the stylish shirt he's wearing. It's like we traded places.
Yes.
I'm now wearing the fishing gear, even though I'm not a fisherman.
Hey,
and
wait.
he's now wearing the
button up.
I could wear this to church on Sunday.
Yep.
I actually
He
did.
will.
I actually did the other Sunday.
And
Oh,
he
did you?
will.
Yeah, blue jeans. Yeah, real laid back
Yeah.
country little church.
Did
yeah.
you tithe 10%? We'll leave that one alone. Anyway, guys,
They
what's
didn't-
up, Big?
They didn't
What's
pass-
happening, J. Ray?
He
How
said
are
they
we
didn't
today?
pass me the plate, man.
I'm good. How you been since you got your haircut? Well, you've been on the show since you got your haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been good. Been enjoying, the short haircut. Need some
Mhm.
juice
I
for
almost
good for
wore
the
his
weather.
hat this morning, actually. Shout out to Lucky's Barbershop.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Lucky's. I need to get by there sometime.
Actually,
I do too.
Yeah, get one of them head wraps or whatever.
Yeah, he could he'd do the hot shave on your head.
Yeah, hot shave, and they can get that.
Probably wouldn't have to shave for like
They could
another
probably
week.
get some brown in that beard.
I don't think
Yeah.
he does dye, J. Ray.
Really?
No.
Talking to you,
No,
Kevin.
he's a
You
barber.
know, I had the strangest
dog
dream.
happens.
Oh no! Actually, I didn't start. Sorry, guys. I didn't have the strangest dream. This is a conversation I had with that Ben guy that was on the last episode.
Yeah.
He said he tried to dye his beard for a while because he's almost all white at like 42.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you serious? You've done that?" And he's like, "Yeah, you should dye it like every 2 weeks."
Oh, my word.
That seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
He said it
no,
was. That's why he
you
doesn't
know.
do it anymore.
That is a lot
So-
of work. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
let it go gray.
Yeah, you
Me too,
should.
bro.
You should. You're
Yeah.
gonna look distinguished. Like,
It's just
I
gonna go
earned
gray.
these gray hairs, dadgummit.
yeah.
That's right.
You're gonna be red.
Oh, yeah.
Forever.
I'm a ginger, and then it's going to mix in with some gray somewhere. I've got them already.
We'll call you the red fox.
It'll just be
Red
blonde.
Fox.
Yeah, the red fox.
Hey, that
Speaking
might
of
be
the
it.
red fox down there on the end with the red shirt on. Yeah. So Kevin, let me get back to you. What's going on in the bar? You got some? Well, it's gonna be too late now by the time this goes to air. But just tell us about the bar. Say something cool.
Well, we're trying to we're gonna go back and do some old school stuff. We're gonna go back to some old school drinks at the bar. We got a special coming out this week. We're gonna do a Tom Collins. Then on the weekends we're gonna do.
What's the origins of the Tom Collins?
Well, the Tom Collins actually is from like
As a matter of
from
fact.
like 1876.
Okay.
Really?
It's a super old drink that was actually made for a gentleman by his son, who was a master mixologist back in the
Mixologist, yeah.
day. It's a very light gin-based drink, with some fresh lemon juice, a little bit of club soda on top, garnished with a lemon slice and a cherry. So we're going to try that this week. We're going to start doing a drink. It's not a special. It's the drink of the week. So we're going to just be, the servers will present that drink of the week
Nice.
along with a new beer that we have on tap. We're going to be rotating some of our draft beers, especially some of our local draft beers, Foothills, Sycamore.
You got to keep that copper on there for me.
Oh, Copper doesn't go anywhere, Generate.
Yeah.
Copper's our steady Freddy.
Yeah.
That and Ultra will never go
which
anywhere.
hey, listen, if it's cold and it looks like beer, I'll probably drink it.
Yep.
So
yep.
I've not been too picky.
keep
So
that
do,
in mind.
do y'all do blue motorcycles?
We don't do blue motorcycles. We don't do liquid marijuanas. But we do old fashions.
You do.
We do
What'd you
Carolina
do?
Sunshines. We do
Yeah.
handshaking margaritas, handcrafted margaritas, might I add. We've got a great
Now,
drink.
are those the
specials.
ones that taste like they're from Chili's?
Or Italian?
No, they don't
Italian.
taste like
Throwing the
Chili's
shots at
or
him
the
today.
Italian restaurant. They are fresh.
Yeah.
But we're looking forward to a good week this week. We've got some great staff over at the Hoot. Steve leading the ship. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have a great week.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's well, the group is making big gains there. Just continues to get better and better.
Oh, yeah.
More great reviews. I think last month, the Hoot Nannie did 168 good reviews on Google and Facebook.
Well, I'll tell you,
5 stars.
That's awesome
Holy
right
hell!
there.
Emily
That's a lot.
is leading our ship.
Yeah.
As our GM. She is server to GM. That's how it should be.
Yeah. Started in the at the bottom
Started
and
at the bottom and worked her way up, and she is a pleasure to work with as a partner every day.
yeah, for sure. So, Bergen, what you been up to, man?
Stomping in the mud still.
Oh yeah, I guess it's still a little muddy right now. We got I think we got 4 days of good weather.
I know. I'm looking forward to it. I might actually get some stuff done.
I think
has
Fri-
been
they
pushed
say
to the
rain
side.
Friday, Berg.
Oh, I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I know.
Oh,
It's just a
God.
matter of time.
It's
But at
just
least
crazy.
it'll cool off some.
Yeah.
Be
But
typical more.
The grass is growing, that's for sure.
Yeah, not fast enough for me.
Yeah. They're eating
feeding
faster
hay
than
and
it's
it's
growing.
expensive.
So, well, Austin, I spent the morning with my good friend Austin here.
Yes,
Welcome
we
back.
did.
I guess I've got that voice in me today. I'm just feeling the spirit of it. Austin, I saw him this morning. He was about an hour late.
I'm still here.
Yeah,
I went an hour
You
late.
were an hour
No.
late.
As usual, he was an
Didn't
hour
say
late.
At 8:30.
I said, see you around 7:30. He rolls in at 8:19.
We called last night, and I said, "Hey, like 8-ish? Yeah. Either way,
It doesn't
Whatever.
matter.
It doesn't
Hey,
matter.
we got it knocked out.
We're here.
I just got to give him a hard time,
We're here.
you know,
Yeah.
because he gets on me for me sometimes dragging up the rear.
Like the hour fucking long
That's
picture,
two.
There's two.
Ding.
Ding.
like the hour long video that you were doing of the South Dakota sunset, and we were ready to go to the Black Hills.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
I woke up late. I was so.
I think we talked about this on one of the episodes. I was mad at you because you were being a jerk.
I overslept.
Yep.
I woke up.
Got mad because he didn't know what we were doing,
Yeah.
even though it was his idea.
His idea. Yeah.
So he woke up, you know, the truck's,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
minus
yeah.
16 degrees. And
Let
there's
you
like,
know, you better get up.
hey, there's a gorgeous sunrise happening. You guys know I like sunrises and sunsets. Kind of my thing. If you've ever been through my camera reel, there's about 1 million of them.
Right.
You watch it from like
Well, I set a time lapse up,
the land.
and I guess 2 minutes was way too long for him to have to wait.
Oh.
But nothing had happened for a time lapse, as we learned on a previous video, Bergen.
Yeah.
You can condense
true.
3 hours into 3 minutes.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah.
long story short, it was a half-ass sunset. We went to Cabela. We had breakfast. Went to Cabela's, and the trip was fun as hell the rest of the way.
It was.
I don't. So you haven't been on since then. I guess I've done all the talking for you on your trip.
Well, yeah, I took
here.
off after the first episode
Yeah.
and
Put your mic up a little bit there, homeboy.
took off after.
There you go.
You don't lick it.
I guess is it a
Wow.
window? What do we do? Shoot in September, October? Whenever
was-
we started,
yeah, I came-
September.
Yeah, I was up there in October.
And then, I took off on a long hunting trip through the Dakotas, Wyoming, Montana. Met some really cool people in Montana. Like opened arms, welcomed me to their house.
Yeah.
Guy's an avid bird hunter like I am. Had an amazing time.
Didn't you end up doing electrical work for him while you were
Yeah,
there?
yeah. I
Does that surprise you guys?
No.
so I took my electrical bag just in case like I needed to wire something in the camper or fix something or on the road. Actually, so met this guy out in the middle of Malta, Montana, 80 miles, 80 miles outside of town, which on dirt roads. Their dirt roads up there are like interstates.
Well, it's
They're
kind of
that
like
wide.
like the South Dakota ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's kind of like a weird gravel dirt.
yes.
Yeah, it's I don't know what you call it.
But anyways, met this guy out there. We started talking and BSing for a little while, and I had actually stopped him and his wife. We were passing each other, and I threw my hand out to ask him a question, and then he saw my dogs. He had a lab. So we started shooting the shit, and then ended up going to their place about a week later. He invited me over. We exchanged phone numbers and wanted to go hunt. He had just moved to their vacation home permanently, retired, and we got to talking about what I did and what I do and construction and this and that. And he has a nice shop right across the road from his house that he was wanting to wire in.
Yeah.
And I basically was like, well, man, go get the stuff. We'll do it in like a day. He was like, he looked at me like I was crazy. And literally, me and him knocked it out in a day. Wired everything to the panel.
Nice.
Damn.
And
How many miles you end up running that whole trip? I'm sure you logged it, right?
I think it was like 21,000
What?
And how long?
from September 14th to I got back. What was December 1st or 2nd?
Yeah, it was, yeah, crazy.
Stayed rolling.
Well, I think I mentioned previous that
Yeah.
he said he was going to be in. You went to Montana,
Yep.
and I was like, I figured it was a couple hours away. I was like, what? How long's the drive back? 2-3 hours? He goes, 12.
Yeah.
And that's how vast the freaking country
Yeah,
is.
you
Yeah.
don't even think
The-
about it.
Holy
like that.
hell!
If you had ever been out that way, you need to go because their highways are what our interstates are, and their interstates
Yeah,
are
massive.
they're not massive, but if you're not running,
I thought they were huge.
well, like 16 there coming out of Plank, Noah calls that the highway. That's 2-lane. That's
Yeah.
the old highway. But the highway is literally like what our 4-lane would almost be.
Yeah.
Because up there, and we do here, but they run, they have to have combines with 30-foot heads going by each other where nobody stops. You know, the semis and stuff, if you're not paying attention up there during harvest season, like you're either going to get run over, or get run over. But
what if you just get out of the way?
you can get out of the way.
Okay, I just want to make sure that was
Don't
not.
get run
I'm not
over.
going to
Like
harvest.
3
season.
out of
Yeah.
4 get
Yeah,
run over.
yeah.
Must
Oh,
be on the
damn,
road
tough
up
odds.
there.
You
tough
know,
odds.
like just a lot of American history, and I didn't get into.
Hey, the missile silos. Let's talk about the damn missile
Oh,
silos.
wow.
Here's the
Yeah.
crazy thing. All right,
Yeah.
this is the 40s, right? Or was it in the
that
60s?
was during the
Cold War.
Yeah, with Cuba and
Okay, so
stuff
Cold
going on
War,
with
yeah.
Russia as
Yeah,
well.
60s,
So
70s.
Okay.
yeah, 50s and 60s.
So
I guess.
the crazy
yeah,
thing
70s.
is, how
yeah.
in the hell could they get a rocket? It's just unfathomable the technology that they had available and still be able to accomplish this goal.
Yeah.
Because I mean, shoot it out of South Dakota to Cuba.
Yeah.
Right.
How in the
And
hell do they know how to get it there?
Yeah. So
And how do they have fuel long enough? Because I can barely get to South Carolina on a tank.
Yeah.
so John and another buddy come up to
John Watts, first choice
yeah,
septic.
to get a vacation to hunt. And we had a BS day and took off. And I've been through the Dakotas a good little bit. So I said, hey, we'll go check out this missile silo. And we went to the office where, like, you go inside and see the tour and this and that. And then I took him out to one of the missile silos where you walk up. It's disarmed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all fenced in, and you look down in like this glass, 8x8 piece of glass or Lexan, whatever it is, and you can only see down there like maybe 20 feet, and I want to say like it's an ICBM.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say they're like 80 or 100 feet maybe tall, or 50 feet. They're big, but they'd be covered up. And so, like, you standing there looking over it, and I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if this thing just took off?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Do you think you'd hear the rumble first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you
But-
think it's just kind of
You know, the
Yeah.
land.
No, it needs to rumble
it
first.
needs a little charge?
Yeah.
But they would run. I remember Travis's dad, who lives up there, where we hunted at. His dad's in his late 70s, and he said they ran all the power and cables, whatever they needed, straight shot through people's farms, through their pastures, buried underground, and the detonation, like the office location of where they could send it from, would be anywhere from 40 to 70 miles away, up to 100 miles away.
That's the crazy the amount of infrastructure. Like
Yeah.
how, that's got to be a tremendous workforce. I don't know. I'm amazed by the feats that, I mean, you think about it, how they built, the Model T, the Model A, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just think about how much work it was to get it to where you could even just start fiddling with that.
Yeah.
Gun manufacturing. They used to do a gun at a time.
Yeah.
Was it Smith and Wesson or one of them that created the production system?
Yeah.
To anyway.
Yep.
I just that's the American grit right there,
Ford,
man.
I believe Ford created the assembly line.
Yes, yeah,
Yes, he
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
kind of set the standard for industry.
Mass
He was an absolute obsessive person over perfection, and he demanded it. Like his people lived in his towns, that were by the factory, factory towns and stuff like that. But it's just crazy. Did you guys hear about the company in Ukraine that makes inflatable military equipment as decoys?
Yeah, I saw something on.
So why are we putting that on Reuters?
Right.
Where Russia
We're
can be scrolling
advertising it.
Facebook like I was this morning.
Right.
It's Facebook News, and oh shit, okay,
have
hey
Facebook
y'all,
in
the
Russia?
front line spank tanks.
right.
So
what
blow
happens
ups.
when the wind
Yeah,
comes?
why-
They stake them down,
yeah.
or
Oh, yeah.
like when it's just saying my tires deflate. When,
So wait a minute. Let me tell you.
when it's
so wait a
70 degrees out, and then it drops to like minus 20. there's
No,
some
no.
deflation
No, they
rate,
have a fan on
Yeah,
them.
they
So
got
wait.
fan.
So you're
like the
telling
Wolfie
me
Dog.
I am telling you.
you're telling me I can go out there with a goddamn Red Ryder and take out the whole force?
I think it's a
Yeah.
little tougher than that.
Well,
All right.
I do
I was
believe that
hoping.
it's probably for a surveillance standpoint, not
Oh
like
no,
a front line.
no, 100%. It's to make
So that
Visually,
when they
yeah,
are
it
doing
look like you're gonna have
surveillance,
more.
it looks
I,
like
I
you're-
completely understand that, but why are we telling the world this?
Yes,
I
yes,
get why the
Roddy, right.
tactic is. I think it's a great idea. Look bigger than you are.
Correct.
You know,
Yes.
just like in the Revolutionary War, these
Yes.
people were like shooting 4 or 5 guns
Well,
down the
and
line.
they're wasting ammo, missiles, everything on stuff that's not even.
Yeah,
like
Russia
Yeah.
doesn't
real
care.
equipment.
They don't
Yeah,
care.
Yeah.
They'll just drink some more vodka, put some methamphetamines in those kids, and
Yep.
that's what they're doing.
Send them on.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
saying they're hopping them up on methamphetamines when they go into the front lines.
Yep.
And I
Well,
mean,
I think that was a tactic we might have started.
We did.
I'm sure we didn't
yeah.
start it. It's
Well,
probably,
we maybe took
Yeah.
a page out of
it's prob-
somebody's book.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe Hitler actually was
Well,
the
I think
first.
so. Yeah.
He was probably the first modern day one, but I'm willing to bet through world history, they've used stimulants. To,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
one of my
yeah.
buddies, he was special forces. He's actually a local guy here in Cherryville, and he said that they had given them 9 millimeters, and they were hitting guys in the chest with the 9 millimeters, and they were still running at them.
Yeah.
And they found out that they were eating the cocoa leaves. They were
Mm-hmm.
packing their lips with cocoa leaves and getting all jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
So he said they actually, without permission of the U.S. military, they switched over to 45s, where they found that if they hit them with a 45 in the fingertip, he would say, as they were running across the field, it would blow them backwards, and usually that would stop them. The force of a 45, he said, was unbelievable
Really?
compared to the 9s that they'd given him stock.
I don't know. I mean, well, that pig that we shot that one time wasn't on coke, but he took a 45 straight to the chest and
Well, that was a 9.
oh, that was
That was a 9.
That was
That's
a
what,
9.
that
Yeah,
45
yeah.
wouldn't have done that.
That pissed
we would've
him off.
split-
I
we would have
forgot
split
about
his
that.
head if we
Yeah.
had done it with it. He took my Hellcat 9 right to us, right to the
Wild
center of
pig
his,
that we were
right
hunting.
to the center of his head.
Yeah.
And he just
Feral
looked
hog.
at us like it was nothing.
Yeah.
and ran.
And let me just tell you, at that point, ARs came out,
Yes.
and it became a war zone.
A war zone.
And yes, and that pig.
Take Hill 21, Kevin.
Yes,
I got
we,
your 6.
We took care of that pig, and that pig was nice.
A
Well,
nuisance.
anything over I think 300 pounds, even the processor has to do a 30-06.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Wow.
Oh,
They say
okay.
it
So
can't-
what do they have? A special type of 30-06? Is it a pistol,
Just
No.
a standard
or is
gun.
it just a standard
Like a
gun that they
Remington
use every
700.
day?
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, I haven't been on the kill floor per se,
Yeah.
I was gonna-
but
well,
you hear what's going on when you drop animals off, and
Right.
you hear some louder bangs.
Maze gave me a tour back there.
Did they?
Yeah, and they had an array of various, but they also had like
So
that
does it?
Yeah, they had a
slot
cap
'em?
gun too.
thumper.
Yeah,
Does it like slot them into something where their head is
correct.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, JR
So they
Cap
can't
company.
move their head
Nah, bro,
sideways?
you'd never be able to.
Oh, they're in a chute.
Yeah.
and then
Okay,
it
so they're-
picks them up, and then they move on down the line.
So speaking of shoot,
I got you.
I wouldn't want that job.
remember
No.
Wilson?
Who?
Wilson? In South. Oh yeah, you were asleep that morning. Did you help us load cattle that morning?
Oh, Wilson. That it was a cattle chute. It was like a transformer though.
Yeah.
It was like
Oh yeah,
it was like a trailer.
changes
You
itself.
pull up in.
Yeah. It
Folds
turns
out, it's
into a
got-
full
turns into a
blown
corral.
Yeah. Those
But,
are high tech.
Yeah.
So funny story. I'm in Wyoming, and sitting at a bar restaurant in this little small town, and I got my Crispies on.
oh, those boots,
Oh,
those
God.
dreadful.
Yeah,
those,
those
oh my
boots,
gosh.
well,
They
it's-
still look good.
No, they don't.
They don't. They never look
They just look
Even
broken.
in the box,
now.
they didn't look good.
My God, man.
Oh,
Do
God.
yourself a favor.
He's so proud of
Get
those.
some shoes like
I mean,
He's
Kevin.
been talking
wearing
about
them.
those shoes since
Caution,
September.
caution, Kevin,
I'm
caution.
I'm in my fishing shirt. I look completely out of place, and this older guy goes, "Where you from?" I said, "Georgia, but I'm living in North Carolina." And he was like, "Oh, you could have fooled me." I'm in, pair
Were
of
you
shorts.
wearing the Native American stuff?
No,
the Aztec?
this was before it got cold.
Oh,
So I'm in my boots and
oh.
in my shorts because it's hot. It's still 80, 90 degrees up there, and my fishing shirt. And he was like, and we got talking, and I told him, I grew up riding horses. We had some cattle, and he was like, there again, you could have fooled me. I was like, yeah. I was like, I help my buddies in Carolina and when I'm up in South Dakota from time to time, move cattle and this and that. And he was like, you could have fooled me. And so that's all he said. So
that's kind of a
well, yeah, it's kind of a dickhead thing to say.
It was the
But,
Krispies.
yeah.
It was the Krispies.
So I was like, I'd love to move some cattle or da da da. So this guy was like, had chaps on, sitting at the bar. It was around lunchtime. He was drinking a Budweiser, and he goes,
Bud Heavy.
well, if you think that you can just know how to move cattle, why don't you come on and help us? Wasn't really that country accent. That's
yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
probably
I'll
more
work
like come
on
out and
that.
help us with the cattle,
yeah. It's a Noah accent.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, sure. So finished up, ate my lunch, and didn't have cowboy boots on. Went exactly what I had. And got on a horse, and we moved cattle for like 4 hours, 5 hours that day. Me, him, and several other guys, and they busted my balls non-stop.
Really? I didn't know about that.
Okay. And then I took it because you know me. I mean, I know, I don't know everything, but I've rode horses my whole life. Had a great horse that they put me on, and my legs started getting chapped.
Yeah.
So when we got back to the truck, I had some extra shirts. So I literally put a leg in my other leg through my shirt sleeve and pulled it up, and we continued riding. And they busted my balls even more. When we finished, they said, damn, you could have fooled us. We didn't know we needed this bad of help today, but you sure did help us out a lot.
Is this a movie?
So I blew their mind. Yeah, it's a movie.
Yes.
I blew their mind and still talk to them from time to time. So, yeah.
And then he rode off into the sunset.
Yeah, I rode off into the sunset.
This cowboy hat on.
18,000 miles later.
Hey, speaking of lies, Kevin.
Oh, God. Here we go, right to me. Jesus.
No, I was calling him out.
Oh, boy.
We had Kevin set up where he told the Jaws story as a fishing story.
Yeah, it was so great.
I
It
thought
was
that
good.
was a true story.
And towards
It
the
was
end,
so great.
That's not true?
it was, dude, he did it so well. He was like, and in the end, we shot it.
Yeah, well, the
With
best
the
part,
rifle.
and it blew up, and,
Yeah.
and it blew up, and there was chunks of whale, shark
Shark.
everywhere.
Whale.
And he was like, he looked at me, and he's like,
Who was
really?
that? I was here for
He goes,
that.
really?
Who was that?
That was
Ronnie and Richard?
Yeah,
No. Was it Ronnie and Richard?
I think
It
so.
No.
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 It
Who
was
was
just
that?
Richard.
Was it?
Yeah, it's
Or-
just Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. It was
just
just
Because
Richard.
we were
Just
on the
Richard.
shine
that was
pretty
season
heavy.
one. That was season one, I think, right?
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like,
oh,
I
man.
remember the
Oh, my
story,
God.
and I remember thinking, there's no way
'Cause
this
I
dude
was
actually,
Well, I
dying
thought
laughing.
actually believes this.
The
right
funny
now.
part
He
is
was
when I
in it.
said the name of the boat, I
Yeah.
thought that they would know.
The Myrna What'd you say it was?
It was like it's the orca or
The
something
orca,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, be honest
know.
with you, like that, Kevin, you were like 20 when that movie came out.
I lived that movie many
I'm surprised
times.
you still remember
Dude,
the details
well,
like that.
well, he did homework.
I did.
Yeah,
I got the assignment.
Yeah, I got him an
Yeah,
assignment.
when my
I was like,
boss gives me an assignment, I take
I
it
was
to
like,
heart.
hey
I
man,
gotta
you know
be
what'd be
ready.
funnier than hell? I said, I'm gonna ask about fishing stories. And I had it all set up. He goes on for about 7 minutes. That's how convincing it was.
Oh yeah, it was good.
I thought
Oh,
first
man.
time he told me that years
Hey.
ago, I thought it was true.
Yeah, no
This whole
doubt.
time.
God.
No doubt. I think I've said it before, probably. You guys have heard me a million times. My brother's a hell of a fisherman.
Yeah.
You can throw next to him, move the same motion as him as he does it. You can put a device on you so you know.
Yeah,
He'll,
He's-
he'll catch
it.
everything, and you're
You
looking like a
get nothing.
jackass.
Yeah.
So then you're like, well, let me have that pole.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, that
be the
rig.
pole.
He catches it with your pole and your rig.
And then he's like,
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't mean to spit on you. But yeah, he's a hell of a fisherman. But he'll be like, I don't know, you just do it like this, man. You know, I'm trick worming. Okay, all right, he's crushing it. You know, Dad has to tell him to stop getting fish mounted. So
Oh, that's a good.
yeah, he's got
Yeah.
he's got some monsters. I'm talking like bass. You know, that just
Oh, heck
monsters.
yeah.
Yeah.
How about Jimmy sending us those pictures? What was it, yesterday?
Yeah, so I was talking to Jimmy out in Louisiana yesterday, Berg. And
Oh, one of the guys from Relief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, let me send you a picture. And so he upgraded from a flip phone to an iPhone.
Oh yeah.
And he hates
Oh,
it. He hates it. So he sends us these pictures. He's got a 9.5 pound largemouth and like a 10 and change largemouth. And
Nice.
and he's a big guy.
Oh yeah.
And-
Hogs.
And I go, wow, those are big ass bass. And he goes, yeah, but they don't look that big because I'm a big guy. I mean, they're massive bass.
Yeah.
And he was like, yep, y'all still need to come out here. I was like, yeah, I know. We're going to make that happen this year for
I told
sure.
Amber the same thing.
Yeah.
She was
So-
like, "Well, go."
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Where's he live?
What is
Bell
it?
City, Louisiana.
Is that down south or?
That is
Southwest,
southwest.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're closer to Texas.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's 2 hours from
my
Houston.
home country.
Home country.
Maybe we
Yeah.
could load
You,
up.
you know what, Bergen? Let me tell you something about Texas, bro.
That's
okay,
right. Tell 'em, Johnny,
we can
right.
secede from the nation anytime we want to.
Steers and
That's right,
clears
Johnny,
just
tell
come
'em.
out of
Boom.
Texas.
What y'all waiting for?
Well, we like the power grid. Ours failed last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So did,
For some
So
ice.
true.
Yeah, and we like all these Californians coming in, raising the home prices.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
Dude,
Everybody loves
an
that.
apartment, 1 bedroom apartment's like $1,800 a month for my
Yeah.
brother.
Welcome to
Yes.
New York City prices.
Hey,
Ridiculous.
it's the same way where I just moved, in Georgia.
Yeah.
Buddy of mine was telling me his son and wife, or son and, well, they're married now, but his son, newlyweds, they're in their mid-20s, were looking at a 1 bedroom apartment, 600 square feet, I think it was.
That's a
Jeez.
small.
And not
one
even in
bedroom.
the city, not in Atlanta,
Yeah.
hour outside of Atlanta, and it was $1,800 a month.
Mm.
That's crazy, bro.
My first apartment was, I think, like
Luxury.
$575.
He had a wonderful
600.
apartment.
Yeah, we almost burned that thing down.
My apartment was the size of this room, seriously.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you did burn it down.
We did, but we almost.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah, literally.
Playing that
So-
NASCAR.
So. Can you tell me about dispensaries?
What's that? Nah, let's just leave that one
Yeah,
alone.
leave that one alone, okay.
Let's just leave it alone.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, but we almost burned it down. With cooking fried fish
Oh boy.
or frozen.
Frozen.
Fish.
It was like Gorton's.
Yeah, it was.
You know the gentleman with the slicker, the
Oh
yellow
yeah.
slicker.
Sure.
Yep.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it was cod, I believe,
I believe it might have been.
and we didn't
cod.
know that. We didn't know
I
anything
don't know
about
what it was.
He
Don't deep. Now I know.
too much oil in the pot. Is what it
No,
was.
it's just like deep frying a frozen turkey.
Yeah, there's ice on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put it in cold. You
Yeah,
get
Yeah,
water
a
and oil
problem.
don't mix too well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Needs
Yeah,
to thaw out.
Yeah.
Well, it spilled over and then caught the burner on fire,
Oh boy.
and
John
It
ran.
didn't go well from there.
Well, no, it's just like a little bit of panic because they were tall flames,
Yeah.
and it had a great fuel source sitting there in that pot.
Mm-hmm.
And all I could think of is we're about to displace a lot of folks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope they have
no fire
insurance.
alarm or anything, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know if it.
Smoke detectors
Yeah,
and
it went
sprinkler
off. Yeah.
system. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Uh,
alarm went off. That's what made it chaotic.
But I
you know?
grabbed I think it was maybe like a 10-quart pot and put like a quart of, vegetable oil in it and turned it on medium high for like 20 minutes. And then, so it got,
Yeah.
was
it got
ready
to where it
fry.
needed to be.
Bubbly.
And you can see the oil like, spinning around in there. Well, when all the shit went down, he goes out the door, and my apartment was the door that locked back behind you. So he'd like go out, and then he's like, shit, trying not to get locked out. So long
I
story
was trying
short,
to keep the doors open for this
Yeah.
guy. We were gonna have to bail.
so he,
Yeah.
I think he opened up the patio door, which I was on the second floor.
My cousin burnt down an apartment building.
and I
Oh,
grabbed the
Lord.
whole
It's
pot
already up here.
with a towel, a drying towel, beach towel or whatever, over it with the handles, and threw the whole thing out in the woods, like off the second
Oh.
or third story patio.
Small
that I lived in.
firebomb.
Yeah.
And it didn't catch the wood.
You know
on
what the
fire?
problem is? He didn't.
You didn't care.
He didn't click his tongs before he started.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, you
Oh,
always
gotta
click your
double click
tongs.
'em.
Yeah.
Back to
Hey,
it.
the more the better, I think.
I don't know. I don't know.
Fire grab.
Oh, I'll sit there and I'll just bang it a couple times. Then you pick up the corner, move it. You
Oh, yeah,
move
you
your
can't
meat a
leave it
little
alone.
bit, and then you can't
I like
not
moving my
touch it.
meat,
Lord
especially in
no.
the morning woods.
Yeah,
Farms.
Morningwood Farms.
Do what? Oh, you like their coffee?
Oh yeah.
Speaking of meat, hey guys, you guys want to have a little jerky?
Sure.
What kind
we'll
of
pass
turkey
it
we
on
working
What
down.
kind
Well,
is it?
Is
Well,
it
as a matter of fact,
gluten-free?
I appreciate you asking, Bergen. This is a beef of our Johnny Ray's Pitmaster beef jerky. As you guys know, we got the beef and the pork. It's our Pitmaster blend. It's wonderful. We're also giving you 3 ounces as opposed to the standard 2 ounce.
Wow, an extra ounce,
So
Johnny Ray.
50% more.
Wow.
Is it all beef or do you
This
have?
is all beef. So
No, I mean, is there?
there's pork right here. So,
That's what I'm asking.
Alyssa's like, why are these guys eating? But I think it will sell a lot of jerky.
Our cheese are about to pull out.
Now you can get this stuff downstairs at Johnny Ray's Smokehouse as well as the Hoot Nannie. But we'll be growing things. Here you go. Yeah, there you go. It's delicious. And then here in a second, we'll break out this
Eat that meat.
that
Put it in your mouth, as John would say.
Is that the pork?
put my
Put my
this is
meat
the
in your
pork.
mouth. That's John Allen's favorite saying.
Oh yeah.
Pork's really good. That's what I was kind of getting at.
Now
Wow, that beef has got some great flavor, Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah, very tender. I like it.
So John sends
Wow.
some of this up with me to Buddy Travis and
South
Noah
Dakota.
in South Dakota, and I think it was like 6 bags of each.
Yeah.
All right.
They never made it, did they?
No, they made it.
Oh, okay.
I had a bag of one of them because I left straight from here and went straight up there. Drove straight through. 32 hours.
Oh, that stuff's great, by the way,
Dude,
guys.
what?
I don't know. Can we talk
did
about
not.
the jerky for a second?
Yeah. I want.
What do you think of it?
I tell you what, this pork is super thin
Okay.
cut.
I just wanted to follow up on the
Absolutely
pork.
fantastic
Pork's-
flavor.
Yes.
I like the pork.
All right. So what were you saying, Austin, about the jerky? That you take it up there.
Yes, 32 hours.
There's no way you drove that straight.
All right, I slept for 3 hours.
That's legit. You
Yeah,
really only
legit.
slept 3
Yeah,
hours.
I literally did.
Damn, bro.
And the only reason why,
That's
so
dangerous.
And
He
lived off
enjoyed that
jerky
drive
and
up.
peppermint.
well, it's 20 with the dogs and pulling the fifth wheel. It's like almost 1,400 miles, and I had to stop every 200 miles because I'm not running the speed limit. I'm running still 10 over. So literally, like,
Most
you know,
folks are
I go
expecting
about
10
200
over.
miles to a tank of fuel.
Means 20 over.
But the only reason I stopped, I was just outside of Sioux City. Or no,
Is that where they make that sarsaparilla?
It is, Johnny Ray.
Actually-
How did you know?
Sioux City
I
sarsaparilla.
was Sioux Falls. I was like 2.5 hours out of Sioux Falls. I was about 3 hours away from Travis's farm, and the only reason I stopped is I hit the Missouri River making that north turn.
Oh, the north one, huh?
Yeah, the north
Not
turn
the south
river.
turn, Johnny Ray.
Heading north on whatever the interstate is, and in September, that water was so cold, the fog got so thick. So I was doing like there's nobody else on the highway, and it was about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I left out the morning before at 5 or 4 o'clock. So literally, I kept trucking, and I was like, I can't see absolutely nothing. Well, a semi comes by me, running about 65 or 70. I tucked in behind him
Gets
and
sucked
rode
up in
his
the air.
ass. And I said, if he hits
Yeah.
something or hits his brakes, I'll be able to see it. I
Right.
did that for another hour. And finally, I got too tired and I pulled off in a rest stop and didn't even get in the camper. I laid back in the truck seat,
That's
went
what I
right
would
to
have done.
sleep.
I was thinking that. I was like, I wouldn't even get in the camper.
And woke up the next morning, like about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And of course, Travis was like, where you at?
Well, give me a minute, dude.
Yeah, that's what John says. Give me a damn minute. But yeah, anyways, it was, the stops and fuel. I mean, I waste an hour with the dogs each time, and you stop 6 times. That's 6 hours. And I got to eat. That's back when I was packing on some pounds. But
So were you eating the jerky?
So are you all hyped up on Mountain Dew? How the hell you do that?
Yeah, Mountain Dew, the Code Red, and then I'll drink a green one. And then
He's 13, by the way.
literally
Code Red.
about midnight, 1 o'clock in the mornings, I start hitting the coffee hard.
Yeah.
Straight black. But Flying J or the pilot.
Hey, did you have a pee jug?
Jay.
Yeah, did you
I
have
did.
a
Oh
pee?
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have a pee jug.
Yeah. So
or
How
a
many
hefty
times you
bag.
fill that guy
The
up?
old Gatorade bottle.
Yeah,
Oh,
wide
oh,
mouth.
oh, no, it's a
Yep,
milk jug.
big mouth.
I really didn't realize how much you honestly piss until
Yes.
you're hitting a bump and you're like, oh, I can't hold this no more.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't hold this no more. So
yeah.
generally I'd stop, but sometimes, an hour after I filled up, I'd have to pee really bad.
You have to let Horsey loose.
And dude, one of those body armor bottles is a quart, like 33 ounces, so an ounce over a quart.
Mhm.
I filled that son of a bitch all the way up to where
You having to pinch it off?
I
Yeah.
had.
Oh, I've been there, done that.
Be
I
careful,
had
you'll
to.
squirt.
Yep.
I didn't realize your bladder can literally
Oh,
let that
you
much
top
out.
that sucker off right
Yeah.
to the tippity
Well, you've been
top.
stretching it out for 2 days.
Yep.
At this
I
point.
feel like, what was it, Dumb and Dumber, where he spills it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got all the
Peas
beer
all
bottles.
over him.
And then the cop drinks it. And he's like,
What you got there, buddy? That's a little booze.
hey, did you guys hear about that? There was like a passenger on an airplane that tried to stab a flight attendant and open a freaking plane door.
What?
No.
Yes, this is like yesterday.
What
What
news
the hell
are you
is
reading?
Facebook News? You know. Where, well, hang on. It's not from Facebook.
on now.
This is verified Facebook.
No. This is like Reuters, CNBC.
All right.
This has been
Verified.
checked.
Well,
False information.
well,
It's
you know,
good.
no different than
Fact
Apple
checkers.
News. You get all the sources, but what in the hell is going on with
Well, I
people?
want to say that's a huge federal charge, and that
Oh,
person
yeah,
is
big
probably
time.
still in jail.
No, there's no doubt. But what? I just don't know because I feel like after 9/11, that people got a little bit more like, oh hell no, we're
Brazen?
not. Yeah. So, well, no, I'm saying to protect the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
letting it
Yeah.
go down.
Now, Matt, I was thinking about this. Remember back in the good old days when we were traveling, you'd have a 737, 50% full of race team guys.
Yep.
That's not the plane to mess around
Nah.
on. I
No.
mean, you got
No.
a bunch of keyed up guys who already
Oh, yeah.
stink from being in Arizona all day.
Pissed off,
Yep.
ready to get home.
Yeah,
You're
ready to
gonna
go home
screw
to-
our flight
Yep.
up?
Oh hell
Don't
no!
think so.
Sit your ass down.
Yeah.
Right.
My
You
wife's gonna be
microman-
mad as hell.
Yeah, be duct taped
You're
to a seat when you
micromanaging
land.
everything.
All right, asshole. You're gonna have to meet with Red.
Yeah.
She needs me home.
Yeah. You don't want to meet Red when she's
Oh
angry.
Lord,
that's
she'll
hilarious.
take the plane down to get to you.
Bro, she was out there weed eating when I got out of the truck. I was
I
like, you go,
know.
girl.
Hey, I got it. People give me a little hard time because she's got her own zero turn and all of her own equipment.
But she likes that stuff.
Hey, listen.
Oh, she
I-
looked like she was enjoying it.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
she
really
loves that
does. She
stuff.
really does. And so I had to tell her, well, don't make me look too bad.
Yeah.
Don't do that good of a job.
She does a good
Yeah,
job,
she
though.
does.
She
Well,
really does.
I've offered landscaping services, and she said she wanted a zero turn for her birthday. So 2 years ago, I got her that. If I could convince her on a few gas powered equipment, I'd be more happy. But she says they're much too heavy.
Yeah, well, I had
So,
that conversation with her
yeah,
when I came in.
Did you?
Yeah.
She'll listen to
Milwaukee.
you.
Yeah, well, I told her,
Yeah.
at least she can use my small chainsaw for
Yeah.
the stuff she's doing
On
down there in the woods.
Yeah.
And then she can get through stuff and get it done
Or
probably
she could
5 times
just
as fast.
holler at me and I'll be
Yeah,
glad to
yeah,
help
yeah,
y'all
no-
clear that fence line, bro.
Oh,
Bring
yeah,
the
no
machine
doubt.
over here and stuff.
No doubt, no doubt. We'll have to we'll have to find like a Monday or two. Well, you're busy Tuesdays.
Well, just Tuesday evening.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll plan something.
On a weekend where I can come up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's right behind
Dude,
me.
if
I
we
could
had
be.
a couple hands, it'd be
Be
done.
no
Well,
time.
let me get my supplies together so we can,
Why you think the farmers always used to help each other?
because they had
Yeah.
to.
They have to, bro. There ain't
Yeah.
no way you can do it all by yourself.
Hey, my grandpa had one of the pieces of equipment back in the day, and then the next guy had the plow.
Correct?
The other
Yeah,
guy
you
had the
hollered
combine.
at your neighbors. Hey, what,
Yeah.
what do we
Yeah,
not have in the
yeah.
arsenal? What
Half
do we
of them
need?
up there in Dairyland, they're kinfolk, in some way, those small towns. But
Yeah.
We can bring the side by side.
If they aren't, they
Yeah.
claim each other either way.
drag
Yeah,
the branches out
good
and have
point.
a big old burn pile.
not the Overbreck ones. They used to say they were like the Dukes of Hazzard of that area, and they're outside of our immediate family, but they were the redheaded.
Oh, boy.
No offense,
The gingers.
the ginger of
The
the family.
gingers.
But anyway, so I was talking about that damn plane. But
That's
it's
crazy
It's just
that-
crazy that they would.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy that somebody would say that they're going to open the door.
Yeah, I don't know.
Go ahead.
How the hell does that
Are
work?
you on the ground? Yeah.
Yeah, but the hell
'Cause
the
it
rest
sucks
of
you
us
out.
gotta
You
suck
on
it
the
Yeah.
down.
ground,
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm sure it happens
I
quick.
mean, at 30,000 feet, the air temperature would probably.
Listen,
That's
you-
South
it-
Dakota
That
temperature.
Fed
Oh, it's
Fed
like
stuff's
negative
no
60
game. I
or
mean,
something.
I had a little run in with the TSA guy on one of my trips up
touched
to
your sack.
Yeah, he
I had that happen to me too after
he
you.
like came running up to let everybody else go through. I went through, and he all of a sudden decides that he's got to do a search of me.
He bumped your
so
head,
he
didn't
puts
he?
his thing on, and I tell you what, this cat was touching my junk
Very
like he
Was it
was
Charlotte?
like he it was it was in Charlotte. And he touched, and I immediately started asking is there a supervisor? And I'm like, does he, and I'm saying, people are laughing behind me that are watching. I'm saying, is he really
can't say I wouldn't be.
Is he needing to really be doing what he's doing right now? And a couple other TSA guys are kind of laughing. And then this cat comes over, obviously the supervisor, obviously the guy that got beat up by the jocks in high school. And he says, sir, if you say one more word, I'm going to take you into the back and we're going to deal with this totally different. I said, well, if your guy touches my penis one more time,
And they
we're
do.
going to have a problem.
It happened to me.
And he proceeded to touch me, and
Myrtle
then he
Beach.
said, this area right here showed us some color. Well, that's where my Johnson is. Of course, it's showing you
Yes,
some
lighten
color.
up.
Okay?
Big
But yeah, it was, and then
Johnson.
I literally was fired up my whole plane.
Johnson.
My buddy picked me up. He's like, "What's up with you?" I'm like, "Virtue, you don't even know."
Oh, when
Virtue.
Kevin gets
It's
fired
like
up.
they touched it and it wasn't just the tip.
Yeah.
Hey, they do. They put their hands like the praying hands, and
Yeah.
they go around you. It happened to me when we were flying to my aunt's funeral, and I thought, Kevin, I'll be honest with you, I thought you were exaggerating a little bit
Yeah.
because
Why do
you're
your
a storyteller.
Why do your fingertips need to touch my?
Yes, I was
yeah.
wearing shorts,
Oh,
so
yeah.
thin material, and not the
What
Hardy
are you looking
Wranglers.
for in
Got the
there?
good
Yeah,
stuff.
come on,
Like
guy.
you already sent me through a full body scanner that blew air all over
Yes.
me, and now, yeah. And then he wants to touch me with the gloves, and then take his gloves off and put them on the computer. Listen, I understand that you're looking for explosives and stuff like that, but the
Thank you
explosives
for your
are not
service.
going to be. The explosives aren't going to be in my Johnson.
Well,
Well, maybe they could be in my Johnson. You're gonna have to
He's
ask my
heard
girl
about Big
about
Kid.
that one.
It's an
Bingo,
Bada
bingo,
bing,
bongo.
bada boom.
Hey. He still got it.
yeah.
Puppy Chula.
Oh man, so I think you guys saw it. Yeah, you guys all probably saw it when I made that. I put that meme out there with that guy. Said something about as soon as you land, you don't have to be the guy who stands up.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
guy
yeah.
shaved like 10 seconds off. off strip to
Yeah.
That is the most annoying thing in the world. Well, this guy gets all rattled. He's like, "Well, I got back problems, sir." We're not directing that at you.
Yes.
We're directing it at William,
Yes.
who's got a connecting flight I got to get to. It's Atlanta, sir. We all have connecting flights.
Well, the best
Except
part
for Austin.
is if you're in first class, you're in first class and the plane lands
Yes.
and lights come on, stewardesses start to walk around, and you got the guys that come from the very back of the plane running as fast as they can, and then they set their suitcases right next to you, so you can't even stand
Yes.
up to move anywhere.
They're
Their
either
butts.
smokers
It's like, go
or
right
drinkers.
ahead, sir. Go right ahead.
Hey, they got their butt cheeks in your face.
Yes, correct,
Yeah, it's
correct.
so annoying, and the freaking seats are just getting smaller.
They are.
Now, I will
Man.
say
they
this.
Are. They are.
When we used to fly,
Mm-hmm.
or when I get on a private flight, like,
Oh,
after a
good
while,
job.
private
no,
one.
not a private
private
flight, but
flights,
like when we worked
Austin.
in racing.
Yeah,
you know,
y'all
on a
over here
private
talking
plane.
about first class on my home. Must be nice.
I got it
Um,
2 times. Sat next to Rusty Wallace.
When you're old, you fly first class.
he cusses more than anybody.
But my knees start hurting after a while, and so like when I'd fly from like Atlanta to California or somewhere, like I'm ready to stand up,
Sir, there's 400
yeah.
people on this plane.
and so like, but I'm not that one guy. Like
Sir?
I will just literally stretch out and go to sleep usually.
The
But
aisle's
I
best.
am ready to get up about the time we hit over Colorado.
Yeah, I gotta
I'm
stretch my legs.
Yeah, I'm
to
ready
get another
I
martini.
gotta take a couple laps to the back and
Yeah.
forth.
Private plane, he's talking about fancy pants.
Speaking of planes,
Yeah,
Still waiting on ours, John
helicopters
Ray.
and planes.
Did I ever tell you about that time that we were put on an airplane? This is a professional NASCAR team, mind you, and they subcontracted the flight. Well, the door seal had a problem. It whistled,
Oh,
and
I
so
remember John telling
they
me
cranked the pressure up
about this.
instead to seal the door.
yeah.
Well, they had a flight to Kentucky to get fuel to go to North Carolina because fuel was cheap. I don't know. Long story short, we'd have to get out of the damn plane at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
while the other guys were in their beds, fast asleep at home.
Yeah. Home.
And we have to go into the FBO, find some chairs, try to steal food and drinks,
Yeah.
and
Scavenge.
Well,
Yeah.
because you can't be on the plane while they fuel.
Right.
Anyway, so
Nor would you probably want to
yeah,
be.
so the people are literally getting off the plane throwing up because the pressure built up, and it was causing in your nasal. It was causing migraines.
Yeah.
I was like full blown panic attack because like my head was hurting so bad.
Oh wow.
And then people around me were like,
Did they take you back? Did you go back up in that same plane?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm in Kentucky.
Oh, cool.
And I'm driving home.
Well,
from
hang on.
Kentucky.
Well,
Fuck that.
old Red's waiting on me, okay?
Oh boy, you already in trouble.
She'll meet you
Yeah.
halfway. I'll stay in
Yeah.
Memphis
Already
for
in
the night.
trouble.
So we get
Yeah.
off the plane. I was madder than hell. I was like, we're a effing NASCAR team. What the F is going on here? This is a piece of shit airplane. What the fuck is
Since
wrong
we're on
with
the
you?
racing subject, how
Oh.
far
I did it too.
Oh, did
That's
you?
4.
how
Four.
far can we go with this?
What? How many dings?
No, how far on the racing subject? How deep can we go into it? Racer chasers,
Yeah, racer chasers.
So what is it? I'm
some
not with
race
the
teams.
lingo.
You really don't know what a
I
racer
don't know
chaser
what-
is.
yeah, I don't know
it's
that
a
lingo.
it's a
What's that?
gal. So let me tell you how it works.
Like
okay?
a groupie of a rock band.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Yes.
like a lot
but,
lizard.
but they don't. Yes.
If you're a truck driver.
Well, lot lizards. Yeah, a little different.
Oh,
but
these-
but they
these are a
start
little
out at the
classier?
bottom.
Oh, these are way classier.
yeah, these
gotcha,
are usually
gotcha.
good-looking chicks.
Well, generally,
Yeah.
yes. But they start out with old homeboy on the truck team, Austin Walker, old Johnny Ray. You know,
Yeah.
$400 a week,
yeah.
and then that gives them access to the parties.
Yep.
So then they
They
oh,
hook up,
this-
move up.
Oh, this what Derek? Yeah, which team? Oh, Bush team. Boom. Step up.
What are you doing?
You know how I know?
They leveled up.
Yes,
It's like
you know how-
Zelda.
I
remember?
swear, I got leveled up upon by when my wife and I were we had like a year where we stopped dating and then got back together and ended up married. Love the woman, but I was talking to this gal and she's like, "Oh, you work for a Cup team?" And I was at Wood Brothers back then.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. And she said, "Oh, I thought maybe you worked at Hendrick," and I was like, "No." Swear to God, lost interest.
Gone.
Really?
Yeah.
So
can-
she
would
was looking
cancel
for
plans.
somebody that worked for Hendrick.
Well, it was a bigger name.
yeah.
So
gotcha.
it's a level up.
I got you.
Oh, he's just a Cup guy
You
know?
So there
with a
was
Dodge Dakota.
there was this girl who dated. I wouldn't even call it dated, but went through and was known as Serta Mattress. And I'm not going to name drop, but
So she bebopped around a little bit.
Bebopped. Hey,
she bebopped around
politicking.
supposedly from what I heard.
Up,
a
down,
lot.
sideways.
Yep. And she was a good looking gal.
I'll be honest with you. Two jobs I don't want my daughters doing: stripping or PR girl in NASCAR.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Because you literally, if you're a PR girl,
Yeah.
you literally have 600 dudes talking shit to you all day, every day,
Yeah,
in the bars, in the garage,
Yep.
on pit road.
Yep.
I just cannot
Never
imagine.
ends.
So this
you
chick
got to marry
leveled
one of
up.
them from to go away.
This chick leveled up to a Cup Series driver who's very talented still today.
Okay.
And every time I see them on TV, I just chuckle because
Well, he did the same. I remember his girlfriend from truck
yeah.
So
race.
she locked him in for a long time.
she
Oh, a long time.
Oh yeah,
Long time
And
locked
they've
in.
been great
Oh,
together,
yeah,
you know. But
yeah.
it's funny because it's like a camaraderie of like sluts or us. And whether you're a guy or a girl, and you see
God.
like all the ins and out of the shit in NASCAR. And when me and John came through it, we were in it in the later years of NASCAR. Is
before
what I
it really.
the last golden years, and they're probably still good stuff going on. You know, fun times as far as guys.
Well, it's
having a
based
good
on
time.
perspective. If you didn't
Yeah.
want it there,
But there was no substance abuse or drug policy in NASCAR up until 2008.
8 or 9, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so man, I remember working in race shops. One in particular, in a truck series team, and the shit that I seen go on in that shop during the week, and guys flying back dope from California on the plane, putting it in the haulers. Oh yeah,
Really?
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Damn.
like wild shit.
Yeah.
You know, it blew my mind on stuff,
Most race guys,
but
single ones, probably should have been arrested at least a couple times a season.
Well, that's
yeah,
back.
yeah,
That's,
heard.
that's back when you could travel that way. You know,
Yeah,
like
flip phones,
you could,
man.
they weren't looking for that stuff.
Well, people didn't do videos like they do now.
there wasn't social media
You
until
could
Tom
trash
came
a
around.
rental car as
Yeah.
long as you had the
Tom.
insurance.
Oh God, I had friends
Remember
who
Tom from
did
MySpace?
that.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
Tom. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you could trash a rental car.
Oh yeah. My friends would drive it into walls and just
And then you
walk
you
in and
literally
give them the
dri-
key.
Yeah, you or leave the keys in there because it's
Yep.
6 a.m. You got a red eye or a
Yep.
morning red eye.
Yep.
Yep.
Who,
But we used to use bubble gum to keep the side mirrors on when they get knocked off.
what
Oh,
about when we
yeah.
went to Daytona and we put the Murph put the rental car
Oh, did he do a
in
a
first
dropped it?
gear and trying to see if we could blow it up?
Oh yeah.
And,
Oh yeah.
and he just all the way down A1A for like 30
I
minutes.
forgot about that.
In
yeah.
first gear is a Jeep or something, a
Oh
rental
my
Jeep
God.
on the
It was a
rev
Cherokee,
loader.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was a Cherokee.
yeah,
And this is why you don't buy from rental companies.
That's why you
Correct.
don't buy an enterprise car.
correct.
That's
No,
right.
any rental company.
It's enterprise.
Yeah.
They all get abused.
But
Yeah.
man, the racer chasers, they would see your hard card or they would see
The
your uniform.
sponsored uniform. Yeah.
Oh man,
Mhm.
Listen,
Yeah.
Johnny Red, the bar had the same thing. It's just, when closing time came, you
Yeah.
had your bar
was
girls that
thirsty?
they wanted that last drink after the doors had closed.
yeah.
But that's illegal.
It is. In some states. In
It
some
wasn't
states.
then.
No.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, it was interesting because we lived in Mooresville, which was the height of the NASCAR scene.
Now, would these girls come out
Of the woodwork.
out of the woodwork?
They were
You know,
Out of
mostly
the
at the
woodwork.
bars.
mostly local
yeah,
girls.
Yeah, most of them at the bars and
Gotcha.
I haven't, I had a girlfriend, then I wasn't single long and met my now wife, and
Yeah.
then so stayed pretty low key, I think, for the
Yeah.
most part, other than just drinking pretty hard.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Tuesday night was this place.
I used to
Wednesday
get
night
to
was
tell
this.
John all the stories, vicariously. Not
yeah.
him living through me, but
No,
you know.
I lived in the same house as him, or the same apartment, so I didn't have to look far.
Yeah, you see
So-
Betty Sue and Thelma Lou leaving
Yeah.
the next day after each
Oh,
other.
no, he probably heard
Yeah.
that going on the night before.
No, together.
Horsey.
They would
I'd
carpool.
only intervene when the slapping started. No,
Of
No,
Austin.
but
When
if
they
we-
started slapping
we had
Austin.
we had thin walls.
They,
I love thin
oh
walls.
shit! What was funny is like mine and John's bedrooms. Not a sexual subject, but we had our beds like headboards up against each other.
Yeah.
Here
And
we
we'd
go.
watch TV, and I'd be like,
Boom, 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 boom.
John, hey, check out channel such and such. He's like, oh,
It's the breast
shit.
exam, man.
No, not off the Office Space, but it was funny, Or
Hey, Peter, man.
or he'd be like, hey, what are you watching?
Yeah,
I'd be like, oh, channel whatever, back
Yeah.
when you actually had channel 19,
we'd talk
18.
through the wall.
Yeah, and we'd talk
yeah.
through the wall. I mean, we were that freaking close, and then we freaking spent the weekends together. And
Well, we lived together. For
Yeah.
a while, we worked on the same team. And
Yeah.
then-
Did y'all ever get the headboard slapping at the same rhythm?
nah,
No?
nah.
Come on, guys.
We didn't have headboards.
Yeah.
We had,
They just
we
had
big
mattresses.
lots.
Yes, I
Big
just
lot
had
mattress
bed
frames.
frames.
Concrete blocks.
No,
No,
we
we
weren't
weren't
that
that
bad. We
Yeah.
had actual bed frames
From
with-
Big Lots.
I think
Big
so. Yeah,
Lots.
with your box springs and a mattress.
Yes.
All
We
right,
did-
you
yeah.
actually had a box spring. I'm impressed.
And the sheets my mom sent me out with when I left home.
I threw that mattress out in
Never
the
washed
dumpster. I put that mattress out in the landfill.
it was gone an hour later.
How heavy was that thing?
The buzzards dispersed
Oh, wow.
and the flies left.
Mine, they were lining up to get.
Wow.
He said mine never lining up together.
Wow.
We
No.
that
They
was
were
a,
already feasting on John's, and then Austin's
Yeah.
came out. It just scared them all.
they
away.
that was an interesting apartment because it was a weird dynamic of people. There was like husbands and wives with kids. There was a ton of racers in there.
And then there was me and John.
Yeah, a bunch
In
of guys
these
on
nice
race teams. And,
apartments.
yeah, they were nice. I guess I don't know. Well, I guess because we split the rent. I guess that's how we could afford it.
Yeah.
And then we go broke going to Target on on a Tuesday night before leaving town.
What about when we went through the drive-through at $60 that night?
It was more than that. We ended up at an Arby's.
You drove right through though,
Just the
didn't you?
two of you?
Yes, and it was no. We just kept ordering and ordering, and we were having a good time.
Yes.
And
yes.
we were in the back seat,
Yes.
and we were ordering and ordering because we were at the DDs. We were the
Yeah.
party goers.
We'd been drinking.
So
right.
we
We had
ordered
the
like,
drunken
I want
munchies,
12 big
basically.
Montanas. You know?
Yeah.
And it comes with like, I don't know, $75. And we looked at each other, you know, like,
Drive!
Told our buddy, just drive. And he-
God.
we,
Oh,
so
man.
we were curved around
I'd
at
kill,
the
I'd kill
drive
someone to do
through
that to my restaurant.
at the what's it called where you give your order at the microphone.
The microphone.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like Arby's and then like a McDonald's.
Oh,
So-
can I get your order, sir?
So we literally drove from that microphone
To the next microphone.
to the next microphone 150
God.
feet away. And they're like, that's 7293. Please pull forward.
Oh God.
And we
Yeah.
were like, drive, just go.
$73.22 was our budget for food that week.
Nice.
You know,
Maybe,
For the whole
maybe,
week.
maybe.
Split by 2.
yeah. We
Man.
of course, you know, that per diem we get that $25
Yeah.
a weekend or a day, I guess. You know, they called it beer diem.
Yeah.
That's what we called it that, and it was usually spent before you left town. That was the problem. They give it to you.
Before.
Yeah. They give it
Day
to you.
of.
Hey, they get you the day before you left town, and that was usually the night you'd go to the bars
Yeah.
because all you had was a travel day the next day, so you could be hungover.
I
You
mean,
could feel like crap.
Berg,
you know?
you've worked on your cars and stuff, and y'all drink and have going and working on stuff on your race car and your drag car. But man, I remember there would be days where I'd lay under a race car, so hungover. Like I've even taken my arms over a drive shaft and slept on the floor before.
Yeah, it's never been my job. It's always been my hobby.
Right.
It didn't go
Right.
well when they fired the car up.
No, no.
Just don't
But-
put it in gear.
You
Or
ain't got
you-
no arms,
You
Lieutenant
go jack
Dan.
the car up,
Lieutenant
and
Dan.
instead of putting it up high, on the jack stands in the shop,
Yeah, you keep it low.
keep
so
it a little low so nobody can see you.
Elephant
Well,
stands,
and
right?
it stays darker.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. Or guys sleeping. There was one guy at one of the race shops I worked at. John worked there too. He would go, old sticker ligger.
That meant a decal guy.
He was a decal.
Yeah, they
he-
called him sticker. They're usually drunk.
I'd go in the parts room and like, oh yeah, just go get whatever bullets.
Was this
you
at Wood Brothers?
need. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know. All right, so at
Yeah, I
Wood
know
Brothers.
He drank a 6-pack during lunch.
Oh.
And he was like
Dude.
22 years old.
This guy had a shelf, like I forget the movie, but like a whole bed set up on one of the shelves.
Oh, really?
Like,
Oh, that's
You
right.
remember?
He was like
like
crash
had,
out for a while.
had the front of boxes, like big boxes stacked up, and you moved one box and climbed in, and then put it back, so it just looked like that whole
It
shelf,
was in the
like
parts department. Wasn't
yeah,
it?
like 3 high was nothing but boxes up there.
And he had like a little nook.
Mattress, a whole
That's
nook.
hilarious.
And he'd put on like his actual, this is before earbuds came out. He'd put on his headphones and listen to his CD player or
my
our
God.
CD
iPod.
player. It
Or
wasn't a C-
iPod.
well, I guess it could have been a CD
yeah.
player.
Or
back
his
then.
track.
Or his
Pulled out his
iPod.
8-track.
Yeah.
Remember the
Oh, it was a Walkman, bro.
The little
God.
those
Yeah.
little iPods.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
that's
yeah,
funny.
there was some funny shit that went around racing.
I forgot about that. That is something else.
that and man, just but good times, good camaraderie.
Yeah, that's the thing I missed, and I was saying that in the last episode. I miss the because it's a lot of like-minded people.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
of
generally get along with, not everybody,
Of course.
but a large portion of the company is very competitive. They're very focused on this that.
Yep.
And so it seems like you work out, but there's some dicks as well.
Of course.
So
Speaking of working out, what about the time we were at Bobby Daughter's and
we had to work. They required us to go to aerobics. I'm not kidding on aerobics. They had an
Yeah.
aerobics instructor for us.
yeah, she was like
So you have to,
45.
cycle and stuff, or what?
Oh,
wait,
spin class? Yeah.
remember-
Yeah.
Spin class?
yeah.
Really?
You want to sweat it out?
Really?
Julie in spin class, 6
Me,
a.m.
John- hey, whatever you do, don't
5:30 because we had to be at the
Smelling like
race.
straight
at
alcohol.
Spin class.
People would throw
at
up in the
6
trash can in the
a.m.
corner. Yeah,
I didn't even make it to the trash can.
they would. She'd be
Clean
like,
up crew.
"All right, now We got hills. Put it on down 6. Bump it. And the music.
And me and John and the other guys are pedaling.
Old guys.
And I didn't want to stop. I was like, I'll keep going. I was just going to work through
And
it.
she would call you out. Like, she'd come check and make sure that you were on level 6 tension and all this. And it's like, lady, I'm
Look.
22 years old. IDK.
Yeah.
Or IDGFA.
Oh, I puked.
Whatever. I don't care, okay? And it was funny because I ran into her at a bar years later. And she ended up being a buddy's realtor. And
Okay.
I was like, I got to be honest with you. We all hated you. Absolutely despised you.
She was hot, though.
Well, I mean, she was,
She's a good-looking girl.
She was stout, man. She would literally leave aerobics room, get on the elliptical for an hour, and then go teach another aerobics class.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's nuts.
One of those animals.
Fitness is
a
life.
machine.
Yeah.
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 Calves just, you know. But anyway, I hope she's doing well.
Yes. Wish her the best.
Yeah. Well, listen, guys, it's Tuesday. Bergen, you got Wood for Warriors tonight, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Tell
Volunteer
us-
day.
You got a long day going.
Give us the details on how to donate, how to contribute, how to be a part of.
Basically, we have a Facebook page set up, Instagram. They have donate buttons. We give people opportunity to donate their wood whenever they get trees cut down. We have the ability to do fundraisers through like the Depot Deli.
I've been able to do donations for
you've
wood.
been
and
helping me out
yeah,
with
I'm
that
not a
too.
veteran, so I don't expect it free.
Yeah,
but we've done some donations. He kind of bailed me out on some dry wood recently. And,
Nice.
oh man, I'll tell you what made the difference. The biggest thing is just getting the dang wood started. You know,
Correct.
and
yeah,
then
it
can
gives
keep
you a
it hot.
coal bed to start with, which helps
Yeah,
tremendously.
it's tough. It's been a tough year for that, but we're working it out. So on Facebook, Kevin,
Yes, sir.
how do we find you on the social media?
Oh, Johnny Ray, you find me by not looking for me.
Oh.
You know,
Zinger.
You can come see me up at the
That
old
one was
Hoot
so sharp,
Nannie.
my fingers
Other
cut.
than that, I am retired and not for hire.
Not for hire. You're like
That's
one of them
right, that's
18-wheelers on the
that's
highway.
right. I got one
Yeah.
bus and one
Yeah.
bus only.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
yeah. Jewish carpenter?
No religion.
No religion.
No
sorry.
religion.
Well, I heard a good. It wasn't distasteful, but it was a joke along the lines of a Jewish carpenter, and I can't remember what it is, so I'm not even gonna try. But anyway, Austin, things going well in Georgia for you, buddy?
Yeah, man.
All right. When are you gonna come back and see us?
Yeah.
Here in a few weeks.
All right.
Well, it sounds like we got a weekend planned on
Yeah.
cutting
Yeah,
some
we gotta do
fence
some
line.
stuff.
Oh yeah, fence line and
Driving some posts.
Yeah.
T-post and cutting
Well,
fence line.
you know, a photographer reached out, local photographer reached out, because I take pictures of that pasture, the sunset, kind of my thing. And she asked if she could use as a backdrop for pictures.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's cool. And I was like, shit, I bet she's going to want to use it for a while. And I'd like to get that topped so I
Right.
can get the grass growing, you know?
Correct.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I may have to.
She,
Yeah.
hey, animals got to come first and foremost.
Well, I don't have any animals,
I'm-
but I want to.
Well, yeah, you do.
well,
You,
I guess
you got them.
I
They're
meant- I
they're
should
on
say,
lockdown. They're just,
I don't have any animals
they're
on
waiting
site.
to be moved.
Yeah, they're just not on site.
They're there.
Yeah, I just need the grass to be ready when they show
Yeah,
up. We've
right.
got a couple cow calf pairs from Randy Cook.
Yeah.
Oh, did I tell you guys this? So just keep in mind that the gestation period of a cow is 9 months.
9 months.
Yeah.
Okay. So I asked Randy. He said, "Hey, you haven't given away my cow calf pair, have you? Because he's been taking some. He's 76. He's wanting to slow down. I don't blame him. And he's like, well, hell yeah, I got that and 7 more. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah. I said, oh, I thought you were trying to wind down in the cattle business. He goes, I am. And he goes, the weird thing is I haven't had a bull in there in 12 months. So someone's neighbor bull got in there,
Well, I was about to say that
wrecked
don't
it,
add up.
wrecked it, and then over 3 weeks they had the mama cows had 7 calves in over 3 weeks.
Well, that's
Dang,
good,
that's
though.
a blessing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know, but I was like, well, I'll take them.
Yeah.
So,
That's what's up.
but anyway, so that's
Well, I'm
super
sure
cool.
you get a good price on them from Randy. He's
Yeah,
a very fair man.
old
yeah.
grandpa. He's kind of like
Yeah.
grandpa.
Yeah.
But yeah, very fair man. I'll give him a shout out. Absolute Poultry if you're in the chicken business, or even if you're not. He's got a lot of cool stuff you need.
Oh yeah.
Switches, dials, everything. If you want one of those cool grain bin barns,
Yeah.
yeah, he'll be
Yeah.
happy to sell them to you.
Oh yeah.
So check that out. That's in Fallston on Highway 18 right there. Anyway, Johnny Ray, how you doing? I'm doing good. Good to have you guys. You can find me on social media at Johnny Ray's Smokehouse, the Hoot Nannie, downtown Forest City.
Just Google them.
Just Google it. And then, of course, we got to get back to, as the News and Observer said, pushing the limits in North Carolina burgers.
Right. That's right.
So we'll be getting back to that.
That's right.
I think that's a cool tip of the hat as well. Anyway, check us out. Johnny Ray's Signature Sauces in Food Line. All 500 or whatever it is, 500 and so stores in North Carolina, and I believe they're down in South Carolina. And also make sure to come out for some great merchandise at both locations, including beef jerky, dry rub, and then whatever knickknacks. The wife, she put a bunch of Barbecue Bandit cups up and sold them. Yeah, I was like, hey, I need like 25 more, and so I think I overwhelmed her.
All right. Yeah, good.
Don't start something you can't finish.
Yeah,
honey.
yeah. Well, anyway, this is we got 2 more episodes for season 2. I'm going to try to put some folks together for a grand finale and various different setups for that. But check us out on all podcast platforms above in our video. You'll see it on there.
Here.
Yeah. Let's Vanna White it, ladies. And you can check us out. Make sure to subscribe. If you're looking to sponsor us,
We love sponsors.
Bourbon Company.
So what does it take to sponsor us? What, like,
Well,
if
you know-
I'm gonna beat some doors down.
That's more of an
I need
Alyssa
to know.
question.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I like-
we'll talk after.
What's that? A lot of money? Okay,
We
that's
like a lot of money.
How about, can we start with a little bit of money?
Yeah.
Hey,
Any
what
money.
about you? Huh?
Hey, speaking of which, we're going to the auction.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm ready
Yeah,
to go
I'm in.
eat. Let's go
Do
eat.
you
Yeah,
want
that's
to?
a
No,
great
no,
answer.
no girls allowed anyway.
He-Man Woman Haters Club.
No,
You
there's
gotta go
there's
get the
women.
vegan life.
It's good. We're gonna get us some country style steak or some fried chicken or something.
Did you say country style?
Country style, yeah.
Oh, so it's not. Oh, okay.
I said
not
country
country fr-
style, not chicken fried.
Well, I did notice in the text the other day, he said country fried, and you didn't correct him.
Because you can't correct idiots. Kevin, I meant that just for a punchline. Maybe that'll make a good reel.
By the
Yes.
way,
yes.
that was
Hi,
that
Kevin.
did look
I'm the
amazing.
idiot.
That
It did.
piece of, oh my
I
God.
tell you what, you couldn't see the
Yeah.
plate. That was such
Yeah,
a big.
dude, that was
I thought
massive.
that's
They
great.
serve that every day, all day long.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
It's ATV. It's up ATV. It's up in West Virginia. In the
No, they're
ATV
huge.
world,
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like
Eat
the Iowa
that.
pork tenderloin
Yeah, eat
sandwiches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, call it what you want. I call it chicken fried, even
Country
though
fried.
one of my LLCs is country fried.
Is it really?
yeah. Who thought that would still be available?
Yeah.
Country fried LLC.
Well,
Boom.
Johnny Ray, thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Having
Thanks,
us
J.
out
Ray.
today.
Yeah.
Having
Appreciate
the
you getting us back
old
together.
school
Felt
group.
good.
the band back together.
We're
Yep.
kind of dependent on Austin to kind of bring it back around here,
Yeah.
lasso us
Apparently
together.
the trip's not too difficult for him. He made it pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was only
Not
an hour
now.
late.
Not now.
Next
Only
time,
an hour late.
Only an hour late.
next time
Throw him
we'll
back under the
lasso.
bus.
We'll lasso him and make him spend the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys want to
Absolutely.
finish up with practice some yeehaws?
Hell yeah.
Yeah!